Hello Capricorn, welcome or welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and this is your November tarot reading. I've got the Orion's Animal Tarot here. It's the pocket edition. And I've also got a Rune Magic Tarot deck, or Rune Magic Tarot deck. It's the Rune Magic Oracle deck. And then I've got the Green Witches Oracle deck, which I'm super into right now. I highly recommend this Oracle deck. As always, this is a general reading for a general Capricorn audience. So please take what resonates for you. And I love this page. Look at that. Red panda. Oh, it's out of focus. I just have to interrupt my little spiel at the beginning because this red panda is too cute. Okay, where were we? General reading for a general Capricorn audience. So take what resonates for you, claim it, and then leave the rest for another Capricorn, because just not everything is going to be for you. I invite you to check out the videos for all of your major astrological placements, so like your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. Those can all be helpful. And of course, it's really helpful to the channel if you remember to like or share, subscribe, or leave a comment. I appreciate all of you so much. Who subscribe, who like, who leave a comment. But of course, everybody's welcome. You do you. Let's grab your rune card and see what's going on. There. 1, 2, 3. Kanaz. Nice. This is my favorite. Don't tell the other signs. Kanaz is my favorite rune. And watering can. Oh my gosh, how funny is that? Kanaz is the torch, it's fire, and the Green Witch Oracle is the watering can. That's funny. Okay. Alright, so starting with your rune card. Kanaz is the torch. It's the fire of illumination. It's knowledge. There's a piece here that is about being, it's like the spark of wisdom. Like when you get something, you don't just understand. It's like you get excited with knowledge. It's that spark. It's that enthusiasm that knowledge can sometimes give you. And when you get it, you get excited, right? It's that idea. So that being, like fully understanding something, but being like lit up with that knowledge, and being able to share that, like being an ember with that knowledge. Like you can bring that knowledge and light somebody else up, like spark another fire with that wisdom. So there's a piece here about being excited about gaining some knowledge. And this isn't just like, gossip or something, but it's like real sort of wisdom. It could be in an area that an area of expertise you're really into. It could be creative. It could be political. I hate to say it in these times, but it could be something along those lines. Gaining an area of expertise in something that really excites you and being able to share that wisdom in some way. Maybe you start a YouTube channel or a podcast, or you do something with that to share your wisdom and to spark excitement, enthusiasm, illumination in other human beings. So that's cool. Now, Interestingly, with the water can, which seems like it's kind of something else altogether, this isn't about putting out that fire. This isn't about, you know, a downer. This is about asking for help. It's about, so how can we put this? It's like the idea behind the watering can is that not everything happens naturally. Like, a plant doesn't always get everything it needs naturally outside. Sometimes you have to help a plant along by bringing water to it. That's the idea of the watering can. In the same way, we don't get all of our needs met just naturally. Sometimes we have to ask for help. Sometimes we have to go somewhere or request help. So the idea behind this is that it's okay. You know, some of us, depending on our childhoods, you know, got so used to being independent, got so used to being in an environment where we had to fend for ourselves, that we didn't learn, we were discouraged from asking for help. So we have to be reminded with things like this oracle card that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to lean on others. It's okay to find partnership or go to, I don't know, like a church or a bank or a friend or whatever, and ask for help. There are resources when we need them. And sometimes if a source that we had depended on, say the government, is no longer a source that we can depend on, then maybe we have to find a new source or temporarily. And I'm just going to leave that one there. But so that's what the watering can is about. It's about being okay. You know, acknowledging that not all of our needs are met naturally, and that we all have times where we need a little help, and it's okay to ask. That said, let us look at the tarot and see how these themes, illumination, knowledge, that spark of inspiration, and asking for help and sharing burdens. And you know, the other thing about watering can is maybe you're not the one that needs help. Sometimes you can be the one carrying the can for someone else. How about that? So take that as it resonates for you. Okay, moving on to the tarot. In the first column here, we have the Five of Wands paired with the Queen of Wands. That's very fiery. The Queen of Wands is very associated with Ken or Kanaz, that spark of illumination, that a spark of inspiration. She is very sparky. She's very magnetic, sexy. She is a diva. She's the diva of the tarot. But she's also a lady boss. She's very good at being a leader. She's very good at being the center of attention. She's very good at teaching too, which can be a piece of this rune. She's not afraid of sharing knowledge, sharing wisdom. She's not afraid of directing people. So this could be a director, teacher, lawyer, someone in front, litigator, someone in front of an audience or a crowd or a jury, someone leading the pack, directing the chorus or the orchestra, something along those lines. You even see this particular version, let's get her in focus. This version, she's got a little, why? Better, I guess. She's got a little stalk in there. The Queen of Wands usually has, you know, an instrument, a tool, a wand of some kind, right? Not unlike the torch. But so she's very much in charge, the Queen of Wands, very confident, very very capable of sharing her wisdom, sharing her knowledge. She could be you. She could be an aspect of you or something for you to emulate in the first week. And if you have a presentation and audition, if you're leading something. But this could also be, for many of you, this could be someone like a boss or a hiring agent that offers you a job. It could be someone you give a presentation to and someone that you have to inspire with your wisdom, with your talent. You know, if you're someone who's looking for a job or auditioning or something along those lines, it could be that scenario. Now, this is paired with the Five of Wands. I'm not going to lie about this. I always prefer to be honest about what the cards are bringing us, right? The Five of Wands can be a little bit of chaos around you. This can be sort of like colleagues, coworkers, or family members that are stuck in their ego and are a little bit tricky to work with. So this could be a work situation that is a little bit fiery and or chaotic, or a project at work, or a creative project, like if you're in a play or in an orchestra or something like that, that there's a little bit of drama behind the scenes, or getting to a project launch or opening night or something like that. Because the Five of Wands can indicate people around you that have a lot of ideas and a lot of ego attachment to things that you or the boss aren't into, or it's not going the way people think or want it to go, or people are feeling insecure and unheard, or whatever it is. So there could be a little bit of drama in the first week. Also, we're about to go into the Mercury retrograde in November, so it could be that depending on the situation where this is occurring, if this is happening in like a workplace, it could be that there's some technical issues, mainframe or backup doesn't happen or something, and there's some glitch. There could be travel issues, or, take it as it resonates in your situation, but there could be some kind of technical issue that causes a delay in a launch, or a programming issue that could cause the drama. That could be one way this plays out. Another way this could play out, it could just be that your own personal calendar is so cram-packed with your own personal projects, agendas, issues. Sometimes this comes up for me when I have my day job, my tarot readings, auditions. Also, I have to mail a birthday present to my brother back home in the Midwest. Plus, I have to get some stuff to the dry cleaner, plus. That can be sometimes how the Five of Wands shows up. Just my calendar is overpacked, and it makes me cranky and not the best human being. So it could be something like that. But in any case, it looks like the first week could be a week when you have a presentation or some sort of audition or someone to impress, and there's just a lot of kind of environmental drama. But in the next week, we have the Seven of Cups paired with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, I love this firefly a lot. Again, the Ace of Wands is so connected to, or along the lines, or echoing this rune card. The Ace of Wands is also a card indicating illumination, a spark of imagination, a new chapter in terms of your creative life, or a new idea, a new phase in your sort of ambitions. So this could be a new job especially if you're a creative person. It could be a new project, especially if you're a creative person. This could also be related to something athletic for those of you who kind of identify that way. But because we have the torch of illumination and knowledge here, it could be for those of you who are so inclined. This could be something like starting a YouTube channel where you teach something in your area of expertise. This could be starting a new screenplay where you're writing something. It could be something along those lines. Now, this is paired with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is often a card where you feel like you have more options or more ideas or connected to more things that maybe don't totally exist yet in the real world. This is kind of a fantastical card where you might be living more in the realm of fantasy or dreams, and you haven't quite yet brought some stuff down to the real world, or haven't quite brought some things into 3D, the real world. There may only be one real connection in your kind of this fantasy of options. So it's fun to play and fantasize and idealize, but there's kind of maybe a little advice here that you don't want to waste too much time in the fantasy, and there might be more. It might be a better use of your time to invest in the things that you can really bring into the real world. Let's put it that way, right? So, you know how sometimes we get ahead of ourselves in terms of, well, I'm going to build this YouTube channel, and then I'm going to have t-shirts, and then I'm going to have stickers, and then I'm going to do collaborations with, I wouldn't get, it seems like there might be some ideas where you're getting way ahead of yourself before you've actually built the thing that needs to be there for the merch. You know what I mean? So build the thing first before you're merchandising and collaborating, right? But in the next column, I love this a lot. So we have the Tower, which doesn't always seem ideal, but it's paired with the Page of Wands, which I already Googled and gagaed about earlier when I'm laying down the cards, right? The Page of Wands, again, associated with Kanaz, right? We have discussed several times that wands are kind of about this idea of spark, imagination, creativity, some new project, and the page can actually be an invitation to a new project, an invitation to audition, some idea or some opportunity to take this thing that you've started the next level, or a new, again, like I said, an interview or an opportunity for advancement in this thing or this area that you're excited about. And again, Capricorn, it's going to be different for different Capricorns, so take it as it resonates for you. If you're the opera star or the orchestra member or the marathon runner, take it as it applies for you and how you're moving it forward in your life. Now, the Tower can be a breakdown. It can be something old and crumbly in your life kind of finally falling away. And this is happening during sort of the height of Mercury retrograde. So something that had been broken, maybe a computer system, or maybe even your car, or maybe a job, something that hadn't been working, finally falls away. The beauty of the tarot, and the reason why we come to the tarot, of course, is so we get these heads up that something that we had been depending on, maybe past its prime, is not going to last us through this next Mercury retrograde, so we can make our arrangements to have something else in place for when it does. So for those of you that maybe driving around an old clunker to get to auditions or job interviews or whatever, maybe having your sister on the on call on the back burner in case you need to borrow her car, or a metro schedule in your back pocket or something, that might be a good idea. Or it could be something totally different. The Tower can sometimes mean that breakthrough moment when you finally go, you know what? I can't work at this pancake house anymore. I am going to use my accounting degree and bite the bullet, work out of my home office and do taxes and just be stable, because I can't be smelling like maple syrup anymore. It could be that sort of a moment where you just go, I just don't want this life anymore. I want, stability or whatever. Since we have the illumination or the knowledge card here and the watering can card here, it could have something to do with education or an idea, a spark of knowledge, something possibly to do with creativity, and something, this moment, possibly to do with asking for help. I want to go back to school. I'm going to ask my sister if I can sleep on her couch because she lives close to the university. And I'm going to go back for my nursing license or something like that. That could be what this is. But, that's just one of a billion possibilities. Take it as it applies, how it could potentially apply in your life, right? But it would be something you would be excited for, and jazzed and would be like a spark in your life. Even if it feels like you're asking for help, it wouldn't feel like a step back. It would feel like moving forward to do good in the world, not just for yourself, but, for your community potentially. And after that moment, after that kind of breakdown for a breakthrough, right? Then we have the Six of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Both of these are victory cards. The Six of Wands is the victory card. In the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, we have a central character on like a horse, and that central figure is above the other humans in the sort of background who are looking up to the central figure, admiring them, and it's a victorious card. It's a card of celebration. This central figure has done something remarkable, and they're being praised. They're being, it's a victory march, and so it denotes a moment of recognition. So something at the end of the month you are recognized for whatever you've done here. There's a moment of praise and recognition. The Wheel of Fortune is a change of luck. When there's a new cycle of opportunities, of green lights, of maybe you get more job interviews or more sales, or, I take it again as it applies sort of in your life. After you kind of work through this interview, this sort of new chapter, being excited to start this new potential project, accept a new opportunity, and maybe let go of something that isn't working. It's this a complete shift into victory and new opportunities. So congratulations, Capricorn. That looks awesome. I'm even a little bit jealous. So don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't be afraid to follow your spark of inspiration. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this reading, I invite you to like, share, subscribe, comment down below in any case. Please take good care. Until next time, bye for now.